Okay, hi again guys. The motorbike, the ZX7R that I was doing, has momentarily stalled, unfortunately. I've just kind of lost the go with that one. So it's for the moment been stored back in its box, and I'll revisit that later. I did think at the time I opened it, I kind of have been having an inkling to do a car for a while, and hadn't actually acted on that. And once I started doing the bike, I thought, no, I really want to be building a car just at the moment. So as I say, that's gone back in the box, and what I'm going to start on now is this here. This is a Revell Monogram 57 Chevy Bel Air in 1/24 scale. Inside the box we have a bag with the clear bits, the glass, the window glass, the tyres, and some very funky flame decals for a customised version. Clearly you can do two versions. There's the instruction sheet, which is incredibly simple, slightly larger than a sheet of A4, making this look like it's quite a simple model. It doesn't actually mention the custom parts on here, but clearly it's you can make a customised version with flames, or you can do a standard version as the box art depicts. We then have a large bag containing the body shell and all the associated components for the engine and the like. There's the body tub with the back seats in place. There's the body shell. It's quite sizable, as you can see. It's one of the things I love about the American cars. With them being physically bigger cars to begin with, this means that when you actually do a 1/24 or a 1/25 scale American car, you've actually got a good chunk of model to work with, whereas the same scale on a UK car is typically much smaller. We've got the floor pan under there, and the bonnet, the front seats, various engine components, dashboard and so on there in that bag, so I'll just pop that back in for a moment. And down at the bottom we have the chrome sprue, and there's quite a lot of it. Typically, obviously, cars of this period were quite heavily chromed, so accordingly there's an awful lot of chrome components. You can see the grille down here, and the wheels, the fancy wheels for the sort of hot rod version, and then the more standard wheels here, the tail fins, and so on. And interestingly, you can actually see where it was clamped, just at the top there, for the chroming process, and you've got some white portions. Now the chrome, depending on what needs doing with it, sometimes I strip the chrome by dipping the parts in bleach, and if necessary repaint them using Alclad. Sometimes I'll actually keep the chrome if it's quite good, and the chrome on these is actually not bad at all. The detail's still quite good and noticeable, so I may very well use some of these components, these already chromed components. So it looks like quite a small parts count, and the good thing about that is it should be a relatively quick and easy build. So the first thing I need to do is to take all of these parts and check them for any lines that need trimming and cleaning up, any seams, any punch marks from being ejected, sink marks and pin ejector marks from being ejected from the moulds. And the like. I need to clean those up using the edge of a knife, a file, sandpaper and what have you, and following that it's then a case of give all of the components a very good clean in warm water using washing up liquid or dish soap to our colonial cousins, I believe you call it, and give all the components a very good clean, make sure that you've washed off any existing mould release agent. Once that's done, it's a case of dry them as best you can, leave them to make sure that they're completely dry out, rinse them thoroughly as well incidentally, and then it's on to the primer stage. So the next step of this will be at the primer stage, and hopefully I will show you some mixing and spraying at that point. Thanks for watching.